off with this chapter with Yuta's domain collapsing. Surprisingly, he pulled off the hollow purple, but he got my boy Sukuna leaking. And the main reason I said surprisingly is because, as we see in this panel here, it doesn't, red and blue don't overlap like Gojo usually does. Although Yuta pulled it off, Sukuna notes that he can't really spam it like Gojo was doing in their first fight because he's not comfortable using the technique. And then in the next panel, we see these three monsters coming out, popping out the smoke on business, trying to run the fade 24/7. Todo tells Yuta to use his technique as the moment it recovers, reassuring Yuta that they can just escape it or dodge it using Todo's technique. It got my boy Sukuna leaking. It's raps for bro. He better start packing. He can't even use his curse technique. Bro got that she busy little bro text and fell down. Because Rika is not haunting the body, that means the copy technique is no longer Yuta's, and the limitless technique is burnt out. Somebody gotta explain this to me because I'm confused here. JJK logic is something else, bro. He says here that there might have been some trick to it, but since nobody gave old buddy the manual, he didn't know the limits and boundaries of what he could and couldn't do. Sukuna, the king of hands, is automatically on that offense, hitting him with a black flash straight off the bat. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all probably already know or didn't know this, but Black Flash was originally for Yuji as like a finisher move, like how Gon's Ken Rock is used as like a finisher. But Gege is just giving this man Sukuna Black Flash after Black Flash like it was originally made for him. Like, hop off, Gege, like chill out. Anyways, we hop back in this with Yuji about to absolutely obliterate Sukuna with this weak punch he's about to deliver. Is what I would have said if I didn't know that Yuji and Todo have the exact same mind. Bro appears right behind him like the boogeyman about to get it on. Had my boy Sukuna lost. Although Todo took mega damage from that hit, he's still on his feet. Mega props to bro. Bro hit him with that mean right hook to that jawline, rearranged his face for him. Keep the change, Todo says with the leftover pieces of the domain still roaming around everywhere. Is the perfect stage for Boogie Woogie to shine. As Todo smashes his face in with whatever instrument that was, Yuji starts teleporting around Sukuna, landing lethal blows on him. As Yuji uses dismantle on Sukuna, it's not directly aimed at Sukuna, it's at the barrier between Sukuna and Megumi's soul. Finally, Gege gives somebody an overpowered binding vow with absolutely no repercussions at all, besides Sukuna. And while bro barfs up a couple extra fingers, he thinks to himself that if he keeps taking those blows, then he won't be able to maintain the current body he is staying in. And this disgusting freak decides to choke down the fingers that he just barfed up. Like, brother, ew. Brother, ew, what's that, brother? Unc jumps back trying to catch his breath, but his nephew on his tail. Yuji cutting the floor beneath Sukuna makes him fall down towards Yuji. As Yuji prepares to absolutely obliterate Sukuna with his next punch, Gege goes down and licks Sukuna's shoe, making Sukuna dodge Yuji's attack. In turn, Sukuna punches Yuji into the wall. If Sukuna just keeps letting Gege lick his shoes, then no other moves would be as effective. And Todo is stuck between a rock and a hard place because he doesn't know if his Verba slap is going to be recognized as his left hand. Todo is about to make Yuji swap, but then no swap really happens. Then Sukuna looks up and sees Angel preparing a Jacob's ladder. Through the use of a binding vow, Todo's Boogie Woogie technique's range has been extended. Then we flash back to Yuta, Angel, and Shoko talking, and Yuta says we might have to rely on Angel in the end. and Angel gets worried about Megumi, but Yuta says she won't have to fight, she'll just need to fire Jacob's ladder as a finishing blow. Yuta says this is an all-in-one gamble as an attempt to split Sukuna and Megumi Fushiguro's soul. Yuta says nobody really thinks of the original user when they see Yuta copy the technique. They're all just worried about what the next technique he has in his stock versus the original user. He clarifies, stating the true strength of copy is having two of the same card in your hand. Then we flash back to the battle as we see Sukuna perplexed at seeing Angel in the sky. Then when Jacob's ladder is unleashed maximum output, it looks like it erases everything in that vicinity. I went on Twitter and I saw that it literally strips Megumi's soul from Sukuna, and it looks like Sukuna just turned into a burnt chicken nugget. But my thoughts on this chapter is just that I wish he didn't have a break next week, but Gege gotta get as much rest as you possibly can, because it is confirmed that this is the last arc or not chapter. This is the last arc, and I just think that it's going great right now. Sukuna is getting the bailout of a lifetime every chapter, and I'm glad to see that he's actually getting what he deserves. Although he's my favorite character, I want him to win based off of his ability, not based off of plot. He got massive plot throughout this entire series, but it looks like it's finally about to come to an end. And I hope that it continues. Well, no, I actually hope that this is the end, because I don't want to see Sukuna magically get out of that and he's like, oh, well, you stripped me from Megumi, but I still am in my Heian era, so technically I have all my fingers turned into the Heian era version of me, and now I'm just magically here, because then that would be crap, and I might actually stop reading the show if it ends up like that, and just watch the anime when it comes out, because I want to see Gojo versus Sukuna. But yeah, I think this chapter was pretty fire, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.